Welcome back to Important Updates, global news without the noise. Subscribe to stay updated. You need to watch this if you struggle with understanding why the West Philippine Sea matters so much to the Philippines. The West Philippine Sea is the Philippines' lifeblood, an expanse of blue that shapes the nation's destiny and sustains its people in countless ways. It is vital for food, trade, and national identity, serving as a crucial artery for commerce and a source of daily sustenance for millions. Its rich marine resources feed millions and sustain generations of fishermen, whose livelihoods depend on the bounty of these waters. The catch from the sea fills local markets and family tables, nourishing communities across the archipelago. Beneath the waves lie untapped reserves of oil and natural gas, promising energy independence and economic growth. These resources could power industries, create jobs, and help lift countless Filipinos out of poverty. But these resources are only accessible if the Philippines can secure and control its own waters, ensuring that its people, not outsiders, benefit from what lies beneath the sea. The sea is a crucial part of the country's exclusive economic zone, as affirmed by international law and the 2016 arbitral ruling at The Hague. This legal victory reinforced the Philippines' rightful claim to these waters. Upholding this ruling is a matter of national pride and sovereignty, a symbol of the country's determination to stand up for its rights on the global stage. Allowing foreign powers to dominate these waters would mean surrendering a piece of the nation's future, risking the loss of resources that generations have depended on. Recent events have forced the Philippines to take a more assertive stance, as tensions in the region continue to rise and the stakes grow ever higher. Security in the region is fragile, and the nation can no longer afford to be passive. Vigilance and readiness are now essential to protect what is rightfully ours. The government recognizes that diplomatic protests alone are not enough. Words must be matched by action to make a real difference. Concrete action is needed to safeguard the country's interests, from strengthening defenses to investing in new technology and infrastructure. This has led to a major shift in defense strategy, with a renewed focus on protecting the nation's maritime frontiers and deterring potential threats. The focus is now on building a credible deterrent and enhancing the ability to monitor and respond to threats, ensuring that the Philippines can act swiftly and decisively when needed. Protecting the West Philippine Sea is about survival, dignity, and the promise of a better future. It is about ensuring that the next generation inherits a nation that is secure, prosperous, and free. The nation's prosperity depends on defending these vital waters, for they are the heart of the Philippines' past, present, and future. The Philippine government is significantly expanding its military presence, with a wave of new and upgraded bases being developed in key locations across the archipelago. This ambitious initiative is part of a broader strategy to modernize the country's defense infrastructure and enhance its ability to respond to emerging security challenges. This move is a direct response to the growing need for a stronger and more agile defense posture in the West Philippine Sea, where tensions and territorial disputes have intensified in recent years. Bases like Naval Station Leovigildo Gantioque in Zambales and the revitalized Subic Bay are being transformed into major operational hubs, equipped with advanced facilities and technology to support a wide range of military activities. Facilities in Cagayan, Isabela, and Palawan provide strategic vantage points over critical waterways and disputed areas, allowing the military to monitor movements and assert presence where it matters most. These forward bases enable faster response times, more sustained patrols, and greater flexibility in deploying forces to hotspots or areas of concern. The message is clear. The Philippines is determined to closely monitor and actively defend its vast maritime territory, sending a strong signal to both allies and potential adversaries. The new infrastructure will host not only naval vessels, but also patrol craft, surveillance aircraft, and modern coastal defense systems, greatly enhancing the country's overall security capabilities. Larger and more frequent military exercises will be supported, both independently and in close cooperation with allies, strengthening interoperability and readiness for any scenario. This marks a decisive shift from a traditionally reactive stance to a more proactive and forward-leaning defense posture, ensuring the country is prepared for future challenges. The ongoing expansion is a tangible commitment to securing the nation's future, reflecting both resolve and long-term vision. Ultimately, it's about building a credible deterrent, protecting sovereign rights, and ensuring that the Philippines can stand firm in the face of external pressures. the stakes have never been higher for the country's security and prosperity, making these developments crucial for the nation's continued peace and stability. For years, tensions in the West Philippine Sea have steadily escalated, creating a climate of uncertainty and risk for the Philippines and its people. These ongoing challenges have forced the Philippines to take decisive action to protect its interests and assert its rights. Chinese maritime militia vessels now routinely swarm Philippine-held features, harassing local fishermen, blocking vital resupply missions, and creating dangerous situations at sea. The BRP Sierra Madre, stationed on Ayungin Shoal, faces constant interference, with tense and sometimes hazardous confrontations becoming a regular occurrence. Despite repeated diplomatic protests and international appeals, these incursions have not stopped, highlighting the limits of diplomacy alone. The government realized that without a stronger and more visible military presence, it risked losing control of key maritime features, vital resources, and its own territorial integrity. Oil and gas exploration in areas like Reed Bank has stalled due to foreign intimidation, depriving the country of much-needed economic opportunities and threatening the livelihoods of countless Filipinos. There's now a growing national consensus across all walks of life that the Philippines must stand up for itself and defend its maritime rights. The 2016 arbitral ruling has empowered the country, and public demand for its enforcement is stronger than ever, fueling a renewed sense of unity and purpose. The passive approach of the past, marked by inaction and hesitation, is no longer viable in the face of mounting threats. Today, political leaders have a clear mandate to pursue a more muscular and proactive defense policy, reflecting the will of the people. The ongoing construction and expansion of military bases across the country is a direct reflection of this new resolve and determination. The Philippines is now investing in the tools, training, and partnerships needed to defend its sovereignty and secure its maritime future for generations to come. The expansion of military bases is closely tied to the Philippines' alliance with the United States. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, allows U.S. forces to rotate through and upgrade Philippine bases. The number of EDCA sites has grown, with several facing the West Philippine Sea and Taiwan Strait. U.S. investment accelerates the modernization of Philippine facilities and provides a powerful deterrent. Joint exercises like Balikatan are now larger and more complex, enhancing interoperability and training Filipino troops in advanced tactics. This partnership is a cornerstone of the new defense strategy. While some worry about sovereignty and entanglement in larger conflicts, the government emphasizes that the Philippines retains ownership and control. The prevailing view is that the benefits of a strong alliance outweigh the risks. In a time of growing external pressure, the U.S. partnership is seen as essential. The alliance strengthens the country's security and its ability to defend its maritime rights. It's a critical element in the Philippines' evolving defense posture. The base expansion is designed to enhance maritime security in the West Philippine Sea. New facilities allow the Navy and Coast Guard to launch patrols quickly and maintain a persistent presence. Surveillance aircraft can now monitor vast areas, detecting illegal fishing, smuggling, and foreign incursions. Filipino fishermen will benefit from faster response times and greater protection. The visible presence of patrol ships acts as a deterrent to aggressive behavior. The new bases also help enforce environmental laws, protecting coral reefs and marine life from illegal activities. This mission is vital for both national security and environmental preservation. The bases provide the means to enforce the 2016 arbitral ruling and assert sovereign rights. It's not about seeking conflict, but about upholding the rule of law at sea. The goal, a stable, rules-based maritime order for the future. Military base expansion brings rapid change to local communities. Construction creates jobs and boosts local economies, with small businesses benefiting from increased demand. However, the influx of military personnel can strain the social fabric and raise concerns about cultural clashes and crime. Land acquisition for new bases can be contentious, especially if it displaces families or indigenous groups. The government must ensure fair compensation and sensitive relocation to avoid resentment. Open communication between the military and local leaders is essential for positive relations. Many communities welcome the increased security, seeing the bases as a protective shield. The psychological benefit is significant. fostering unity and resilience. Successful integration depends on balancing national security with local rights. The bases symbolize the nation's commitment to defending its people and territory. Expanding the military footprint comes with high costs and new opportunities. Modernizing the armed forces and building new bases require massive investment. Diverting funds from social services, U.S. partnership through EDCA helps offset costs and stimulates local economies. However, reliance on allied funding creates long-term dependency. Enhanced maritime security could unlock offshore oil and gas reserves, fueling economic growth and energy independence. Protecting the seas also safeguards the fishing industry and food security for millions. A stable maritime environment attracts trade and foreign investment. Defense spending is an investment in long-term resilience. The challenge is managing upfront costs while pursuing future benefits. The nation must balance security needs with economic priorities. The Philippines' defense expansion sends ripples across Southeast Asia. China views the move and U.S. involvement as provocative, raising the risk of confrontation. ASEAN is divided, with some members supporting Manila's stance and others wary of antagonizing China. The Philippines' actions could embolden other claimant states or deepen regional divisions. Support from Japan, Australia, and other partners is growing, creating a network to counterbalance China. This new security architecture could enhance stability, but also risks intensifying competition. A stronger Philippines can deter aggression and reinforce the rule of law, but escalation remains a danger, making careful diplomacy essential. The region's future depends on balancing deterrence with dialogue. The future of Philippine maritime security hinges on several key developments. The pace of base construction and operational readiness will test government resolve. China's response, whether escalation or dialogue, will shape the security climate. The strength of the U.S. alliance remains crucial. Any wavering could embolden adversaries. Domestic consensus is vital for sustaining this assertive policy across administrations. Continued public support and political unity are needed to defend sovereign rights. The coming years will define the nation's ability to secure its territory and resources. Success means a stable, prosperous, and independent Philippines. The stakes are high, and the world is watching. The nation's maritime future will be decided by the choices made today.